Bourbon Company Black Series Edition. Taco, which just left for some reason. You usually hear it when the camera comes on, you're running out. But anyway, and powered by God's technology. Because we got to give shout out to God. We give shout out to God, after the videos, but we have to do before the videos too also. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. All right, so projection screens on the cheap. So, for the people, instead of going out and spending thousands of dollars on certified projection screens, which, again, this is one of the things that I have to explain first of all, is that we do not consider ourselves to be in the same category as the screen paints on the market today. We just are not. That's why we have match and better demonstrations. That's what they're for. Anyone feels that they're equal to our technology, just do the demonstration. You know what I mean? That's what works for us. Okay. So our technology when we first started it was about high grade, expensive screens. It had nothing to do with screen paints. Just other people made it about screen paints. But anyway, we've tested our products against high performance screens like DMP Supernova, daylight screens, diamond screens, like Diamond Screen Innovation, elite screens, stuff like that, like high-end projection screens. And to see where our technology stands, especially next to a physical projection screen, with our product being a screen paint. And this is why we have testing done on our products to show that we don't sit in the category of other people, because I said before, there are dozens and dozens and dozens upon dozens of screen paints and projection screens all over. You just have to show what makes yours different. That's why we like our match and better demonstrations, because it basically just puts in a whole bunch of videos of what we do. Also cuts down a lot of the nonsense too. All right, so doing a high performance screen. So we test our products against high certified projection screens, because that's a screen that I'm going to get credibility for. I'm not going to get credibility for how screen paint or product is not properly tested. We're just not going to get that credibility for it. We're going to get it if we test against a high performance screen. Customers do not want to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a screen. And those we have bumped in have already spent that money, soon to regret it when we show demonstrations of us taking these screens out. Tomorrow we'll be bringing down some major certified screens. We'll be putting that against our Apex Gamer, and we'll be doing it on a surface that's going to cost me around $34, or technically $35. That's it. So it's much bigger than the fixed frame screen, which was going to be 4x7. And again, remember, I'm in an office, so I have to bring this thing upstairs, have it dropped off, drop the door, bring it upstairs, assemble it, and paint it. It just seems like a bit of a hassle, and we're used to doing wallpaper screens, which are much easier. And on top of that, I'm paying $184. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, why am I paying $184 for a screen? And I've done screens for far cheap. I prefer to build at the end of the day anyway, but we can't build in here. So, got to thinking about a screen I did way back on this kind of carbonated, whatever, it's kind of a plastic cardboard. It worked out fantastic using a demonstration on a 2001 projector, fully lit environment. So why don't we just use that instead? So I went to Home Depot and looked it up. There is about 60 of them available in my area, and I'm going down and pick it up tomorrow, which means I don't have to wait for the screen to get here. I already got it. I gotta go pick it up, bring it here, paint it in, hang it up, done. That's it. So I'm going to do the other one the same way. I'm going to do, except for we have to do that differently because it's a certain size, the wide zoom display. So that screen has to be standing up at 8 feet and 4 feet across, and we have to put 3 of those together to get that screen size. It's an odd shape size screen. So high performance screen, well, you've seen our testing. There is going to be challenges on that technology with a halo system sitting on top of it. If you don't know what the halo system is, that's a ring of light we put around the screen, on the screen, not 5 feet from it, like some people try to do. No, you have to be on the screen. And again, we're in a commercial environment, so it's a different area, well-lit area than what you have at the home. More at the home, mostly it's ambient light controlled. We have to be at about 37 different locations, which is going to be all in commercial. And yeah, there won't be no dimming of lights in that environment at all, period. So yeah, what you see is what you got to work with. I prefer a lot of light because I like the challenge. All right, so let's see. We go to our demo page over here. And this is the reason why I had a kitchen drawer full of certified screens. It's because, again, if you can show you can take out a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 projection screen, you got a nice piece of work on your hands. Keep in mind, doing these demonstrations, I've seen people try to do this with a certified screen. Being in a dark environment with a screen with a 0.9 and 0.8 gain sitting on it is a complete absolute fail. Because again, these screens can generate environments that gray paints and white paints can't go, or screens can't go. That's the reason why they cost the money. That's one thing they talk about. We have this amazing gain. We can pull up in a fully lit environment. We give you more of a TV look to your projector. That's what they talk about. They don't talk about we're going to be in a dark environment all day long and the colors don't pick up, contrast. They don't do that. So when I see people with gray screen paints trying to prove that their products are equal to certified, and you're sitting in this dark environment, that's an automatic fail. Same thing with the TV, fail. Got to be in the fully lit environment with that one. And you can't use if you're a person who has a habit of always using ultra short throws in your demonstrations, this is fail. Because majority of these screens that you're going to get are going to be long throws. So you're going to have to do ultra short throws and you're going to have to do long throws. You take that product and you stick it on an ultra short throw projector when it's not meant to be, the screen's automatically going to go dark. Clearly says it in the pamphlet, do not put these on ultra short throws. You don't put them on ultra short throws. Now if you do this, I'm going to tell you something at the door. You are definitely going to get sued. That's no doubt about it. They're definitely going to contact you, shut down your YouTube channel, and sue you. So again, the reason why I've never been sued from all the testing I have done, because we do everything by the book. Literally one of the, I think it's the cinema, we did the cinema, gray cinema 5D, cinema 3D. We did their high acoustic screen with some kind of 1080p Pro screen, did that one. Did the Dark Star 9, did Dark Star 9 Ultra Short Throw. Did Seymour AV, but just about everything they have over there. DMP Supernova, both Infinity and Blade, did both of those. A ton of diamond stuff. We got a bunch of it right now. Vivistorm, we did their screens. Vivistorm I run at the Amazon. Some screen called Luxy, I can't pronounce the name, but we did their screen too. What else? I think what other screens we've done. Oh, we've done daylight. I've done daylight all the way from the grays, the light grays, and all the way up to the gunmetal. So we've done everybody. And when you do these demonstrations, mind you, you're going to be doing all of them at the same time. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a rat race right here, all of them. So that way you don't get to pick and choose what screen's going to come close enough to match in your screen. You have to do all of them. And you'll be doing them in fully lit environments. You're doing with the lights out. You're doing with a long throw. You're doing with ultra show, on a short throw. You're doing a white level test and color level test. So if they really did the testing, they should have roughly somewhere around close to about 100 videos already. Yeah, it's a lot of screens. Right? You got to do that same test for every single screen. Same color red, color blue, color green, white levels, contrast levels, short throw. Do it again. Long throw. Do it again. Distance throw. Do it again. Yeah, you have to over and over and over again. And have an outdoor screen. Guess where you're going to be at? Outdoor with that screen. We did the Yard Master already. So you got to be able to work it. So, when I go to the channels and I go look, when I was doing the research, we couldn't find any videos. I was like, somebody's making claims and not backing it up. So, on a cheat. So again, instead of me paying for a fixed frame screen, I'm going to go over there and pick up the plastic cardboard screen for $35. That's it. That's all it's going to cost me. And that $35 coated with our new technology over here, it's going to be able to knock out whatever certified I want in the day. As you've seen already, they register in fully lit environments. They can pick up at 50 lumens in a commercial environment, which we did when we had the screen laying over against on the radiator system over there. The 50 lumen projector sitting right there. I'm going to pick up a couple of these low entry level projectors at 700 lumens, 1100 lumens. We're sitting at 100:1 contrast or 500:1 contrast. I'm giddy as a schoolgirl with a new dress. These projectors are super old. I like that kind of challenge. You'll make these things look gorgeous. But anyway, so yeah. I'm going to show you an ultra short throw without our technology. Ultra short throw sounding can run correctly. And for people who, we get this one individual contacts us and says, you got the wrong gaming system. Your game is, it doesn't make a difference, man. I got Atari 2600 Odysseys. I got Neo Geos, FN Marty. I got all those setups, man. I'm a collector at the end of the day. And let me tell you something. No matter what projector I choose out of my collection, none of them will work correctly on a gray and white screen. Because it's contrasting gaming. I don't care if it's vintage, it's still contrasting gaming. Pac-Man has been around how long? What's the background of Pac-Man? Is it gray or white? It's black. All right, then there you go. Can't read a black surface off a screen that's gray. Won't work that way. Matter of fact, I need to look that up. How long has Pac-Man been around? I was a kid when Pac-Man was around. No, I wasn't a kid. I was around before Pac-Man. What year did Pac-Man come out? 1980, yeah. I was born in 68. So I was around before this thing came out. Oh my goodness. Pac-Man craze. It was like no other. There was literally a song called Pac-Man Fever. They played it every freaking day. Every day. And people had at the arcade and lines for Pac-Man. You see people, remember Mark Kramer when he was trying to get that croissant or whatever it was, and he had all that change in his pocket. You just see people coming in with just slamming quarters in the machine. Now you can get it in your home. I never forget the day when I basically was putting quarter after quarter and quarter in this machine, and I thought one day I will own it. I will have this in my home. Everybody thought the same thing too. And what system was on Pac-Man first? Well, Pac-Man's arcade first, and then it was on Atari. When did Atari come out? 1977. So roughly, I'd have been 9 years old when Atari came out. So yeah, I had an Atari. My first system was Pong. So we went around when Pong came out. Let me see when Pong came out. What year did Pong come out? 1972. So apparently I was out. So I was born around that time. I don't think I remember too much of it. I do remember my mom getting the system, and I do remember playing it. So 1968, I would have been roughly 4 years old. Yeah, I would have remembered that at 4 years old. 4 to 5, yeah, playing Pong when it came out. So yeah, when I hear people talking about, oh yeah, console, yeah, I was born in a really interesting era where I got a chance to see a lot of this cool stuff pop up. So let me see. What year did the game system, the Odyssey, come out? Odyssey came out in 1972. Yep. So, yeah, 4 or 5. I was gaming since I was maybe about 5, 6 years old. My mom was playing console systems in the house. My mom was a tech junkie. So I was gaming on a lot of this stuff already. Yeah, Pong. Yeah, people. At the end of the day, we're talking to people talking about, oh, you don't know much about console, You weren't even born when I was playing half this stuff at the end of the day. Please. The people that were born, you know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Or the NES, no, that's too easy. Genesis, that's too far in the day. I'm not even old enough. What about the Atom gaming? Atom would probably be about 1980. What year did the Atom gaming system come out? Yeah, 1983. That'd have been around that time when the Atoms came out in 1983. You know what the Atoms were? Oh, Atom by ColecoVision. So, biggest game system I've ever seen in my life. It was a gaming system / computer. The Atom. That's the Atom. Box was so big, people thought that you could carry them. They were huge. See the size of that basketball? See the size of that box? That's literally how big Atoms were. They were huge. It was an ultimate PC and gaming system. They were huge. And guess what? Yeah, see that guy sitting there? There's your whole, sorry about that. There's your whole Atom setup right there. Yeah, imagine hooking all that up. You think you're having complications trying to hook your PlayStation to the back of your TV? Try running one of those at the end of the day. I know. I've done it already. I had one at 10. Oh man, ColecoVision. And they're saying, oh my God, it's so hard to hook up this system. Really? You ever had an Atom before? Yeah, an Atom was something else to hook up. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What year did the ColecoVision come out? 1970 mostly. 1982. Yep, so ColecoVision. Boom. What year did the gaming system F and Marty come out? F and Marty's came out in 1993. So yeah, I got a chance to play all those games. I even stood in line to go pick up an N64 when it first came out. The Odyssey. Odyssey gaming system. What year? Yeah, 1972. I said before. Yeah, 1972. That was an Odyssey gaming system. If you had a chance to play one of these things before. Pretty cool system though. That's an Odyssey. Odyssey. They had the Odyssey 1 and Odyssey 2 that came out. Had all the Atari 5600 and all them, everything. I'm gonna put the wood grain on it. They make it look classy. The Odyssey system, yes. Panasonic 3DO was probably about, I don't know, the 90s or 80s. What year did Panasonic 3DO come out? No, not radio. Gotta mix up here. Game system. Panasonic 3DO gaming system. There we go. That's the gaming system. Then they came up with the gold. They had the gold version. Oh, there's the box right here. Yeah. They had the gold. They had the box. Had the gold. These are pretty cheap now, but man, they were super expensive. Like an $800, $700 system when they came out. They were 32 bits. Let me see. They were 32 bits, and they were 32 bits. What year did the Panasonic 3DO gaming system come out? Oh, let's do it just for that one. 1990. Yeah. Those are the older ones. 3DO. Oh, CDI. Philips CDI. Philips had a gaming system called Philips CDI. What year did Philips CDI gaming system come out? 19. No, that did you? Yeah, Philips had a game system. There's even a game. Even Apple had one. Apple had a console system. Let's see. Apple's console system. 2024. Whoa. We're gonna something else. That gotta be a joke. Apple's got a console system. Are they a real one coming out? No, I ain't playing that. I'm done. Let's see. It was called the Pippin. The Pippin gaming system. Yeah, and gaming system. There it is right there. So one of those before you Apple players, Apple, people are like Apple, you know you had a game system, right? Long time ago. By Bandai. Yep. There it is right there. Boom. 1996. Did it do well? No, it sucked. Didn't do well. Look at the history on YouTube. They had a really hard time making games with that thing. It was a headache. Didn't even go anywhere. Who really considers Apple to be a gaming system? Sorry, I got a lot of Apple friends that like Apple stuff. At the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of Apple. Never will be a big fan of Apple ever. Not ever. Not ever will be an Apple fan at all. Period. I just don't like those stuff at all. Period. Just Intel and Android, I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't get the whole Apple craze. I never could understand it. Like, you guys get all hyped up over stuff that we already have already. We got a big screen, a giant screen. No, it's awesome. We already have this already. I literally had that already. I actually have one right here. We have that already. So yeah, I got Apple friends of mine. They'll talk about how superior their systems are and blah 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 blah. Like the Apple glasses, how far did that go? Da 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 da. Can't even game off those things. Why in the world would I spend $3,500 for a pair of glasses that I can't even game off correctly? You know, get an Apple PC? Oh, good luck with that. We're trying to put parts into it. Oh my goodness. Good luck with that. None of the graphic cards, none of that stuff is designed for you. It's designed for the Intel only. Or the AMD, but it's not designed for that. That's why you see people that you'll be seeing that. Oh, there's a show that comes on YouTube about these guys who work in a tech store, it's a game store, and the guy comes in and says, I want a gaming PC, and the guy was, what would you like? And the guy was like, do everything with an Apple? And like, get out, and kicked him out of the store. And the person brings in a gaming system that they were trying to load games on it, and it didn't work. It kept crashing. And the guy was like, they took it out back and they beat the daylights out of it. And so here's your money back. How much you pay for the system? There you go. I'm gonna give you a full refund. Like, but that's for the whole system. Like, yeah, of course, yeah. They beat the crap out of it. Apple is not a good gaming system. They tried already. It's not a good gaming system. It really is. I've seen the games on the VR system. A friend has one of them. He's a big Apple fan. And it's kind of like the equivalent of looking at a Wii U game. You don't see no Call of Duty, no hardcore games on there. You see basically Wii U games. Like, we're all get together and we're going to try to kick the ball in this corner. Yeah. It's more for basically just what do you call it? Sorting out your life. You want to sort your life out with a pair of $3,500 glasses while you're walking down the street. You want to sort something out all right. That's stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I've seen people drive with those things on. I've seen people on a bike with them. Yeah. It dulls your instincts of knowing when crap is about to happen around you. That's what it does. Man, you gotta forget it. I mean, they're just, man, it's a waste of money. Everybody got all hyped up about it. I literally had some friends, oh, the gaming applications are going to, no, what gaming applications? Apple doesn't have any real gaming applications. You can tell by what I'm talking. I was in a forum site about that, right? Yeah. But I gotta look at this for a minute. Apple's gaming system for 2024. Apple has a number of gaming returns in 2024. Oh, gee whiz. Why are we even going there? Oh, we need something to laugh at. Look at the controller. It looks like something at Temu. Gee, bring back a Dreamcast. What you need to do? I gotta check this out for a minute. Why do you have the GT? It's not about time for GT. Where's the sound on this thing? Look at the sound. Look at it, it's in.
Game here where they want to actually push into the sort of gaming market. We've seen lots of different sort of ideas and actually sort of lots of sort of tech events that they have done, showing us that they really, really want to get AAA gaming working on their devices. And funny enough, they actually have the technology to do this right now. Apple have the ability to, say, make an updated design to the current Apple TV, similar to these renders that you're seeing right here, but for example, put a more powerful A18 Pro inside of it and call it the Apple Game.
Here we go again with the freaking compressing of cases. I literally said this is a bad idea. Do not put powerful PC parts into compressed cases. Oh, this is going to be Brick City. It is going to be Brick City. I cannot wait to see the memes on this thing. If it does bring this thing out, it's going to brick left and right. Oh, I had to make a video ahead of time on this, talking about it's going to brick left and right, so I can go back and go, told you so. For all the people who sat there and bought one, sitting there with a sad emoji in your face.
But here's a quick little fun fact for you if you didn't know. Something that you may not know.
Yeah, the Pippin. Yeah, because I know about that. It's funny because people talking about, oh, Apple got a new system coming out. They did this one already before. It was called a Pippin. It didn't go well. It failed miserably.
This is that Apple actually released a games console in the mid-90s called the Pippin. And as you can imagine, if you've probably never heard of it, then you can imagine
I
this was
did.
a
I'm a
big
gamer.
flop, and it was only around for about 2 years.
2
And I
years.
respect it for you. That's less than the Sega Dreamcast that only had a lifespan of about 2.5 years. But remember, this was before the days of the actual Dreamcast. In fact, this was just before the times of, say, the PS1 coming out from Sony. And in fact, Nintendo and Sega were like the big kind of gaming kind of consoles out there right at that time when the Pippin actually came out. Plus, if you know your history, this was the time just before Steve Jobs came back to Apple, so the company wasn't doing its best at that time. But fast forward to the present, in recent years, Apple, like I said, really pushing into the gaming kind of market without even being aware of it. So, for example, they have claimed that the iPhone is the most used gaming device out there. Or another example.
You've got to be. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't like Apple users at the end of the day. Y'all do too much. Literally, y'all making claims to that. So basically, PC, console, us been around forever. Basically, people have been using the iPhone for most used game system. Yeah, all right, whatever. You keep dreaming on that one. Dream on.
Well, some years ago, we got the Apple Arcade subscription. This is very similar to, say, the Xbox Game Pass or the PlayStation Plus that allows you to download and play games.
I've seen the games on Apple phone. There's no way in the world you're playing no heavy hitter games.
Great new tools added for them to sort of port over Windows kind of games over to Macs. At WWDC 2023 and also in 2024, Apple introduced Metal Free in 2023, and in 2024 we got the Gaming Portal 2. This tool allows you to move over, say, Windows games, and this can be ported over with all the code and everything, and this can actually work on macOS or iOS or iPadOS with very
my mother fought for abortion rights here in Pennsylvania, and so she taught me to fight for my health care, and I want my daughter to be able to have the same health care. So this election is incredibly important. We are not going back.
Little tweaks and actually
I've heard that so many times in my lifetime as an adult. It's not even funny. It's the same record every time.
Pushing to have even more AAA games coming out on the Mac and other devices like Control or Assassin's Creed Shadow and so much more. And remember, last year we even got the release of Resident Evil Village.
If Assassin's Creed Shadow pops up on an Apple system, this would be interesting. But not only that, again, it's too compressed in there. It's going to have some tiny, like, dime-like fan in there. All these things are going to brick. I would love how they're going to keep this thing cool.
Okay, it doesn't work perfect, like as well as a high-end PC or even say on a PlayStation 5, but it does work and it is quite playable.
What do they say? It doesn't work as well as the No, I'm sorry. PS5 is a powerful machine, okay? Xbox system, console, powerful machine. There's no way in the world that a phone game is going to compete with what they have in those systems. I mean, I understand the hard drive, but anybody into that, the CPU, and as I said before, RAM capability and the GPU on those systems are freaking great. But yeah, come on now. And you're going to compare that to PC? Look at the graphics, man. It's like looking through a Coke bottle filled with water. This is whatchamacallit. This is on Apple. I know Apple fans are like, no, you understand, we got the greatest system in the world. Everybody's playing on that. No, they're not. Let me tell you something. The only thing your good phones are for is locating somebody at the end of the day. Like literally, I can really track people on an Apple phone. Like if I got one, I can track them at the end of the day. But then again, at the end of the day, other people can track you too. I want that at the end of the day.
One other big factor that I would say that Apple changed the market in gaming was the A17 Pro last year. This got introduced into the likes of the iPhone 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max. This allowed us to play Resident Evil Village on your phone. And then the M3 and even the M4 series, they have ray tracing built in, pushing out gaming capabilities even further. We could even see one day GTA 6 in some shape or form on a Mac or even say the Apple Games console if the tools can support it. So as you can see right here, Apple definitely have a 6 in some shape or form on a Mac or even...
Why is there an Xbox controller there? That's an Xbox controller. Wouldn't you think they would have their own controller with their own Apple logo right on the controller? Wouldn't that be... That's an Xbox. And if it is, it's an Xbox to me. If it is, basically, it's too close to the product line of an Xbox system. Oh look, I've got an Apple gaming system too. I got the same controllers they do. I have an Apple. Yay! Yeah, right. It's the same thing. Look at the controller, man. This is bad. I'm telling you, man. This is really bad. Look at that compressed case right there. Well, their first time being in the console world, if they're actually going to be going into the console for first time, they're going to learn a valuable lesson about basically system heat. Because we're just compressing. Oh, it has plenty of cooling in there. There's a small little fan in there. Yeah, you got hardcore gamers. You got people that basically game for hours on a system at the end of the day. Some people leave them on. I leave mine on all the time. Matter of fact, mine's on right now. So, yeah, matter of fact, my PC's been running for about 5 days. I haven't turned it off yet. So, other than that, yeah.
So the Apple Games console with the tools that support it. So as you can see right here, Apple definitely have the kind of tools and the abilities and the chipsets, as it were, to make a games console right now that will definitely work for us. Now, one device that is due an upgrade very soon is the Apple TV. The current Apple TV has an A15 chipset inside of it, and this was the same chipset that we got in the likes of the iPad mini and also the iPhone 13 models too. But like I said, the Apple TV is due a refresh. We've had this design, we've had the A15. The current Apple TV.
Man, they have this thing a storage of 64 to 124 gigabytes. Oh, that's gonna be brutal. That's gonna be brutal. You know, the problem is, even if they do upgrade the RAM basically pulls heat. It does. That's why you got heat spreaders on there, liquid cooled systems for RAM. But it's the casing that's the scary part, because it's going to overheat. I mean, look at the Dreamcast systems that have those small fans. They don't have the power that we have now today. They'll find out. Everybody goes through a brick process. They all go through brick process. They're going to find out.
It has an A15 chipset inside of it, and this was the same chipset. But the great thing is, we already know that the A17 Pros, so last year as it were, that we're getting an A18 and an A18 Pro.
I don't care about that.
It would be a no at this stage. But what Apple could do is...
Now, see, there you go. That would be a control... Oh, jeez. What the freak is that? I'm sorry, but that controller is dinky as I don't know what. It's like the letter. Look at that. That's going to be uncomfortable in the hands of those square corners. Let the arthritis commits. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, you need brown corners, man. You remember playing on the NES, the first NES that came out with the square, how uncomfortable that was, the corners were on your fingers when you played? Yeah, that's what that's gonna feel like.
Use upscaling abilities using Apple Intelligence or other AI abilities, very similar to how NVIDIA Shield works right now, or even how DLSS works, for example, with the latest graphics card from NVIDIA. Apple could use the newer engines to make this work from the A18 Pro to upscale. So this would give us at least a 2 to 4K resolution, or maybe even more when generic games that do require high performance. These can actually run at 4K natively. I think the only other kind of change that we'd have to see is that obviously Apple would have to...
All right, I heard enough. Case is too small, number one. I mean, they put all that power into that system. It's definitely on brick. That's the classic role of any system at the end of the day. A console system's brick at the end of the day, because there's not enough airflow in them. You never hear about PCs bricking. Never name one person that bought a PC and it bricked. It can't. They got tons of airflow pushing through those things, and they're constantly cooling the temperature in there. And a console's brick. Yeah, if your PC doesn't cut on, it means your power supply is not working, so you just change out your power supply. And I couldn't imagine anything else, especially if you bought it. Now, if you built it, there's a number of things that could be wrong. Your switches could be in the correct ports. That definitely could be it. That's what I want with this one. because I couldn't figure out where the ports were at because it didn't tell me exactly where the ports were on the motherboard. I had to literally go online and pull up mine to see exactly where those ports were at, and I was able to cut that thing on. Other than that, yeah, no, that's a bad idea. I don't care what they stick in that thing. That's a bad idea. That thing is going to overheat. Hey, Apple users, when you get that, let me know how that bricks process works out for you, because your system is going to overheat. Apple has not done gaming, really real gaming. I mean, serious, real gaming at the end of the day. To know that all the Sony and them have experience in gaming, because they've been around forever. Xbox has experience in gaming. Any of the old console gamers have experience in gaming. Your first time coming into the field, you're going to find out a lot of things. That there's a difference between a cell phone and a console system at the end of the day. Big difference. Big difference. There's no way in the world you're going to tell me that your cell phone is rendering the same graphic as a 4090 or a 5090. No. Come on. Ooh, I got to contact my buddy. He's a big Apple fan. Oh, I got a couple of people Apple fans that are contacting him. Like, what the freak is wrong with you people at the end of the day? A game system? What? Go get it. Go get it. Please get it. That's the same thing. I had friends that went out and bought the Apple glasses, and they thought they were going to have like Resident Evil and Call of Duty and all these crazy games on it. It's going to be freaking insane. No, you got freaking Wii U games on that thing.
For abortion rights here in Pennsylvania.
Come on, I can't get out of this thing. There we go.
So she taught me to fight for my health care,
Oh, yeah.
and I want my daughter to be able to have
Everybody, same old speech every single time. And 4 years from now, it'll be just another same speech. And 4 years from now, it's the same speech. It'll be the same speech every single time. So that's the funny thing about it when you've been on the earth for long enough time. I mean, people have been on the earth longer than I have. But after a while, you start realizing it's the same song every time. When you're young, your eyes get all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Oh, new campaign. Oh, new campaign. This one's going to be different. This one's going to be different. They're all the same. They're all going to do the same thing, literally. All of them want to do the same thing. Get all hyped up over something at all. And keep in mind, they're always going to do something you're not going to like at the end of the day. I love it when people get all hyped up. But no, but this one's different. This one's going to do everything. And then later on, oh, I don't even know why I voted for that person. My goodness, what the freak was I thinking? There you go. They're not all going to do 100% of what they said they were going to do. Some of them will do a couple of bones, that's space about it. The majority of most of the stuff, no. And they really can't, because it has to be voted in by the Senate in order for that to work. You can't just pass a bill. It has to be approved to be passed then first. That's what people understand. You can sit there and make all the campaign promises you want. They don't vote it. The floor doesn't vote it in. It doesn't become a bill. You ever watch that whole commercial or cartoon back in the day how they explain how bills actually become law? Yeah, so you can go in and say, hey, make free health care for everybody. They got to vote that thing in first, because they can just turn it down. They can say what they want to do and what they want to try to do, but they're not doing that. And if they don't vote it in, it just doesn't go in. That's what happens. So you know what? You put your trust in God, because Christians don't worry about any of this nonsense in the day. We don't really. This is not my world in the day. I'm just passing through. That's it. We don't worry about that. God takes care of us at the end of the day. All through COVID, and sorry if some people went through some bad stuff. I wish hopefully things went better for you, but in COVID, I made a ton of money. A ton of money. We made so many orders in COVID, it wasn't even funny. God will protect you. In famine, disease, destruction, war, you will be protected. I don't worry about who gets elected at the end of the day. It doesn't affect me in any way whatsoever. Because again, God has control over all that. So I don't worry about that kind of stuff. So how do I get the heck out? There we go. Yeah, Christians don't get bothered by that kind of stuff. God controls all that. It's God's world, not man's world. Now I'm going to get back to my projector on the low, on the cheap, where I want to get. Man, you're worrying about man on the planet controlling your life. Man controlling your life. Christians don't do that. God controls our life. I never had any problem when COVID popped up and my sales went through the roof. Like I made a ton of money. Everybody was inside. I was buying from us like crazy. You know, God sustained us. I had money, so much money in my account. I was helping people out that were going through stuff through COVID that lost their jobs, and I was able to support them with the money I was making. So yeah, God protects his people. Let me see. Read your Bible, you would understand that. Somebody's like, I don't understand. Read the Bible. And there he says it, talks about it, how God's people have favoritism. At the end of the day, all doors open up to us. Projection screen on the cheap, yeah. $35. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. Like, why? I did this screen already. Came out beautifully. I was able to show this off on a NEC projector. It cost me I think $80 I paid for a projector. 2,000 lumens in a fully lit environment. Literally right there. Go to Home Depot, pick it up. It's not that far from where I'm at. It's near the airport. Not that far. So I just go pick this up, bring it here, paint it in, be done. That's it. Save me a ton of money. And edge free, that thing is edge free because there is no edges on it. There's nothing on it. It's just basically a much bigger screen at 4 feet by 8 feet. That screen's bigger than the screen that I was going to get, and it doesn't cost me any more because again, it's freaking amazing. I've done these. I love these screens. One code application, done. Boom, hang it up. Now on top of that, this helps our customers because I go and buy a $184 screen to set it up. All that I've done those. I bought screens. I bought 135s, 150s. I bought all that stuff. I've been there, done it already. It's just screens. I had 3 of them when they came out. Had it, been there, done it, and I built screens too. But to show them that you can utilize our technology by doing it for less. That's why we don't go out and buy expensive projectors because it's not required for us to have expensive projectors. They're not needed. Let me see. I'm gonna get this right here. And this is where I record all my stuff. So I can go in and see later on. There's that demonstration with that whole Yep, y'all supposed to be to do that. Those have those projectors. You're supposed to be in a fully lit environment with that projector, sitting in the dark. Talking about where the freak is the remote control. I have no idea where my phone is at. Is that your sneaker or my sneaker? It kills me. Can't find anybody doing this exact chroma demonstration. Not one person. Everybody's set in the dark with that projector. And you're not even at the official size. The thing does 120 inches. We don't see hardly anybody with 120 inches. You know why? They keep them at 100 inches so they can compress the image to make it sharper and brighter. That's why. This projector does 120 inches. So that means you have a projector that's 120 inches and you don't max out at 120 inches. We can max those at 150s on the floor. And you only designed to do 80. There's nothing wrong with this projector. That projector runs perfectly fine. Your screen don't work. And look at the size of that thing. They're huge. That's why the new technology, this rear projection technology, you can just tuck that projector behind there. Boop, have your screen pop up. Because I do not want to see this. Now see when you're doing that mix, you can see all the corners, the walls, the windows. Yeah. Let me see. Turn on one light in the environment, they think they're doing something. Like, oh, I got a light in the back. For a person just allowed to test outside, take it outside. Do that one, see how that works out for you. Should be the fire inside. You have a projection screen, should be the fire inside, outside, different color projectors, and your lumen count needs to be lower than 2,000. 2,000 is a safe point. That's what 2,000s are, safe point. 3,000 are safe points. Same surface right there. That is our flexible curve screens. You see how far I'm sitting? My projector's in the next room. That's my silver technology. That's my 150-inch fixed frame screen against the wall. Yeah. Guess what that projector is? It's a 2,000 lumen NEC projector. That's what I used in those demonstrations. It cost me $80. Chrissy 4,000 lumen projector. Splatter screen. Why your screens don't work on white and gray. They can't see it and they can't function. Oh, that's on my end. My video's doing that. No, they're on the video. So you can see my screen in the next room? Yep. So these are one of the screens we're going to have on display. They're called splatter screens. We put half gray, half white, and then when we're doing the demonstration, we splatter our stuff on it, just paint it anywhere, show the demonstration, showing you how much of your screen you're actually missing. The projector we're using is a 4,000 lumen Chrissy full 1080p projector. It's a high power projector. It can't see the gray and white. So that means anything you code our technology to, we'll run with no problem. There's another screen right there. And as I can't express this enough, corners. Oh my goodness, man. That's why I had to stop watching this video demonstration. Really? Like an ultra short throw projector at that kind of power right on top of the screen, and you're in the dark with that thing? I can't even see the corners. No, man, that's bad. That's real bad. And still can see the screen from here, not picking up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Sits in the dark all the time, constantly all the time, can't even see the floor, can't see the environment. That's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Mind you, we got, oh, I forgot, we got a certified sitting up there too at the same time. Elite screens demonstration right there. That's an $800 screen. Our technology is under $5. And this technology, we don't even make it anymore. You know why? We evolved past it, that's why. We could bring this back, put an FLE coding into it, an element 4 process to it, and make it something we got to turn into something insane. But do we need it? No, we don't. We have enough stuff as it is. You got people right now that have hit their glass ceiling. They don't have anything else. We got paints for days. We got so much of it that we literally have to remove stuff off the website and put it on the back burner because there's just too much. It crowds the website. Back upstairs. Can't tell me at the end of the day about fixed frame screens. I painted so many fixed frame screens, it's not even funny. Right there. One right there. That's what I'm setting this room up for next. Yeah, man. Got experience. You got to have experience in the field. Got to know what you're doing. Can't just be making it up. Oh, look for this screen. Oh, curve projection screen out of cardboard boxes. Yeah, using a fisheye lens, and a $80 projector at 1610. So I was down there looking at the boxes. We just moved to this place, and I was thinking to myself, well, you know what? I want to make a curved screen. Well, I ain't got nothing here in the shop to do it. I just got there. And I was looking at the boxes that we had. I said, I make a curved screen out of these boxes. And that's what I did. And you know, some people, when they have the lamps like this, and they put the shades on them, we've removed the shades. It's more of an impact, so the light's actually hitting. And if someone sits there and say, well, how much of an impact did you get from doing a cardboard screen setup? That's my numbers right there. Got videos on my account there, like 1.5 million, something like that. Some crazy numbers on there. Because no one was doing this stuff 7 years ago. No one was converting. And people saw this, oh, shit, this is a good idea, man. I could basically use this to basically turn into a gaming simulator. Yeah, it saves people money. All the screens that were designed that were curved, they were designed to save people money. Like the one I'm about to do right now, yeah, it's just designed to save people money. So I could go out and spend $184 for a screen, or I could pay $35 for one. As long as it's painted with our technology, I can knock out any certified one. I can use it in a fully lit commercial environment. I can run it off ultra short throw and pick up 100% contrast levels while wearing my screen washing out or fading. I can use it on a $10 projector. I can run off projector with a 500 or 100 to 1 contrast level with no problem whatsoever. And I can take it outside. In the painting process, I can paint it down just like that. I think I should build me another one of these for driving games. Yeah, cardboard boxes. Same thing that carried my projectors in it. Turned it into a screen. Gotta be to think outside that box. Gotta get out that box. Got to get out the box. Got to think outside the box. Some people are stuck in the box. They can't get out. They're just stuck in there. Can't get out. That's the screen right there. 720p projector, 600 by 800. SDGA. That's the same surface that I'm about to coat and bring in here. Same thing. Look how sharp that looks. No 4K in that environment. We don't need 4K. That's what our technology is designed to do. Designed to save customers money. As I said before, you can't save people money if you can't save money yourself. That's how that works. And the surface I'm going to pick up, that's the same thing. Same surface right there. It's the bird. That's ridiculous. Not ridiculous, that's ridiculous. Actually, yeah, you can. That black is everything. That black brings out all the detail. I don't care if your projector is 600 by 800. You can pick up as if you were 4K. For those of you who want to challenge me on that one, we got demonstrations on that. We back everything up. That's what we do. So why are you in the dark? Dark, dark, dark. That's what I said when I see people trying to beat us at the end of the day, and they say, well, you know, we got a screen next to the window. Look at the improvement. They sent me that link. That's how I know about it. They sent me the link. These jokers dancing around in his house with a 4x3 screen, not even in the window, just sitting by the window. Look what we done. Look what we done. I've done 126 inches in windows wrapped around with a chandelier next to it. And at that, I've done projectors outside, 1,300 lumens at 1,000 lumens at that, 13, 14 feet back. You send me that dumb nonsense at the end of the day, I looked at it. I didn't see exactly what you idiots were up to. And I saw it and I was like, really? You're celebrating that at the end of the day? Here you go. I'll send you a video, Crush Your Dreams real quick. This way is my technology outside. Commercial. 150 in a window, or project at $400 at around 2 of them for $400 on commercial. I'm going to take your screen and I can stick it in a window at 150 inches and push a projector through it in eco mode, factory settings, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and pull an image of fish moving across the glass. So realistic that people think there's an aquarium up there. And you're going to show me an image of you guys dancing around a screen and not even in the window with a little bit of blind? Oh, please. So that's what I said at the end of the day. I try to be nice at the end of the day. And for people sitting there saying, oh, no, no. When you contact me and you try to insult me while you do this by calling me an idiot and stupid and I'm going to go out of business and my company's not going to last that long because you got this black paint so it's better than mine, you're opening up Pandora's box. Do you have any damage technology I've studied in black technology? I got some right here right now, I'm working on right now. New form of black technology I'm working on. I can do that in a window. That whole environment that you sit in, yeah, I can upgrade that whole area. I can blast your entire ceiling. That old white ceiling with all those lights up there, I could run a solar system up there if I want. With all the lights on. I can watch a movie and read a book. Heck, I can take out the entire wall, all that projection screens and cover every single one of them black technology. You can open up every single window in that environment. I can even blast your glass and push the sun right through it and watch an image off of it and turn your floor into the ocean. We have that capability. You do not have that capability. That's what I would have done to that environment. First thing I would have did to the environment, I would have hit that ceiling. That ceiling would have been coated jet black with our technology. Oh man, we did everything with that thing. And the lighting system you have in there, I would have built, when I built that room, I would have put the lighting system right underneath those screens. Heck, I would have put a bar light on each side so that screen can absorb all that. Oh, I forgot, you can't do that. You don't have our technology. Okay, moving on. Anyway, we got things to do. I'm thinking about actually adding some more lights to the screen. We get the commercial lighting here, but I want some more lighting on top of my screen. That's why the halo system's gonna be perfect. We can have direct light right on top of the screen. Yeah. No, you don't know how to do it. They cut corners. That's what it's about, cutting corners. See that? See how beautiful that image looks? That's a 600 by 800 720p projector. That's it. You know how much that costs the customer at the end of the day? That projector right there, they can get anywhere roughly from 80 to 150 bucks on eBay. So, you know, when they send me dumb stuff like that, I just block their stuff now. But they send me this, I click on it, and I see these jokers dancing around a screen that's 4 feet by 3 feet, not even in the window. But look, we got the best ambient projection technology in the world. Oh my goodness. It's kind of like the equivalence of me being Godzilla and you guys being the army down there just hitting them to their minding their own business and you're hitting me and I got bullets bouncing off my armor. Like, what the freak is this all about? Really? That's your weapon you're going to use. They bring out this little weapon. So this is the ultimate weapon. It's going to take you down. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I just watch this thing fire off and just dink. I'm like, gone. Wipe you off the face of the earth. And go back to doing what I'm doing. Like, yeah, so anyway, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. No. Yeah, the idiots again. I had to turn them into ash. Literally, that's what it feels like. You know, I had too much experience in the field. I've been doing it for too long. Look at that image. Okay. Makes me do that Facebook. Yeah. This thing, the technology we have now is way, way, way beyond this. This is pretty soon going to be in a showroom pretty soon. And people are going to look at this. And I don't want to use screens. I don't want to use already fixed frame screens. I want to use junk, trash, things we find that we can convert into this technology. That's the fun thing about it. You look at your table, you can turn that to a screen. I was laying on bed sheets, turn them into screens. That kind of stuff at the end of the day. And now it's the customer to be able to think outside the box and say, you know what? No, I can build a screen out of this. I can make a screen out of that. As long as you got my coding, you can convert anything you want into a high performance screen. You can match your TVs and be in fully lit environments. You can operate against high-end certified screens. Yeah. They get mad when I say that because they haven't done the test. You have not done the test, have you? No, you have not. You have not done the test. Okay, so let me just put on a lighter note here. But people want to make black technology. It's an extremely temperamental product. It's very demanding. You're going to have to back this thing up like no other. You're going to have tons and tons of demonstrations. I'm not talking about 50, 60. I'm talking about thousands of demonstrations on this thing actually functioning. No one will touch you with a 10-foot pole unless you can show this thing actually works. You're going to have to do tremendous white levels. You're going to be shopping a lot. You're going to be spending a lot of money to do this. You're going to be buying money on for projectors and different environments. You're going to be renting out this and renting out that. You're going to be painting on all different types of surfaces. You're going to do dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of these demonstrations. Because if you don't, your product won't sell. And especially if you're coming across a company who's been doing it for years, you're definitely going to have issues at the end of the day if you come against us. Because again, like I said, we can easily put your product out. Like his product is not selling right now. His product actually pulled his product. It's still sold out. As he claims, it's not sold out. He pulled it. Can't bring it back. And then put a disclaimer at the bottom saying, well, put something at the bottom saying he had to pull it because he was being harassed. Well, that sounds pretty stupid, because you guys harass me all day long, right? You commit crimes against me, right? Do you see me pulling my products? No. I got big companies that harass me at the end of the day. I got companies that are pressuring me to sell out. Do you see me pulling my products? No. There you go. When it comes down to business, some companies will be around forever and some will fade away. Test of time, that's what it comes down to. So I find that funny that he puts that in his caption that he's being harassed, and you close down your products, certain products you close down, but yet you guys harass me. 5 of y'all against 1, y'all harass me every day. Do you see me pull my products down? No, I just make more advanced technology to crush you. That's because you don't have anything left, that's why. Ooh, look at this right here. Look at that. That was absolutely amazing right there. It's business at the end of the day. Dog eat dog. Strong against the weak. That's what's going to happen at the end of the day. You have to be able to hang with the big boys. You can't hang with the big boys and get crushed. If you think me at the end of the day is a nightmare for you, where'd you get these big corporations at the end of the day? Those judges and they're something else. They got the money to buy you out. They have the money to pretty much try to reverse engineer your products and try to keep it as their own. I mean, it's just stories of big corporations taking over the little man and taking what he has at the end of the day. But the difference between me at the end of the day is I serve God. So in order to go through me, you have to go through God first, and that's not going to happen. Mind you, my technology's been around 14 years, right? And not one company's been able to reverse engineer my stuff. Not one. God doesn't allow it to happen. I've tested every certified screen I can literally get my hands on, and none of them ever take me to court. They've made threats. That's basically about it. That's all bully tactics. Because you have to do everything by the book. And that's what I do. I don't go in there and cheat their screens. I don't try to make their screens so bad at the end of the day. Because I'm cheating myself if I do that. If I try to make their screens look bad to make mine look good, number one, it's going to land me a lawsuit. That's definitely going to happen. Because I'm going to have to back up what their screens didn't do on camera. If I can, I'm getting sued. Some of you are going through that right now, so you know what's happening with that. And it cheats my screen at the end of the day. Because that means I lied to my customers, I lied to people on YouTube, I lied to my fan base about beating the screen when I never did. So you have to back that up 100%. That's why we have tons of tests of doing these screens over and over. Certified tests are done on every single form of technology we engineer. But I like how this is going to turn out. In the sunshine, oh sunshine, happy, the sky's gray. It's okay when we get that same surface and coat that sucker. Oh my goodness, I remember this one. Turning a beat up, dirty bed sheet. Did a dirty bed sheet. I painted a bed sheet. Painted over a blanket too. Did a blanket. I painted over a blanket. I got bored one day. I painted over a blanket. Painted over a shower curtain. Did that one already. trash bag, did that one. And yeah, I put them against certified screens while I did it. Bought a $60 motorized projection screen, converted it to our technology, took out a Dark Star 9 with it. Cardboard at some levels is not even funny. Floor projection screen, ceiling projection screen. Out curve projection screens. Hey, they do any curved screens? No, they don't know how to do curved screens. Gotta do curved screens. Very important how to do. You have to do everything. You have to do everything. You have to try everything. Right now, I got edge blending software coming in. So I want to be able to stretch one screen from here to here. So I'm learning the software part of it all. I'm learning the we already know the screen part of it all. We're learning now the software part of building and designing our own screens. So once you basically master screen paints, you can develop whatever you want. Now it gets to a point of structuring your own screens. And then once that, working with the software and programs to make your screens so crazy. Like again, projector math. That's why I got into it. One more thing for me to add on the list. Portrait projection screens. They don't do portrait. Do they show you how to do portrait? There's several ways to do portrait screens at the end of the day. Do you know how to build a portrait screen? Oh, there you go. So this is stuff you should know. And they're not teaching you this. So when I got a company contact me and says, hey, we got to build this project, we know how to help them with the project. We can help them build their project because we have the experience in the field work. And one person doesn't even know how many quarts go into a gallon. So that is definitely going to be a problem right there from the door. So let me see. Curve projection screens. Now I was asking people were asking me did you do the curve projection screen with 2 projectors? Because it does require 2 to 3 projectors to curve. We did 1. How do you get one to work with 1? Well, when you get around the building, we'll let you know. Well, we got it right here on the channel for you to check it out. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Curve projection screens. Not hard to build, very easy to do. So that surface I'm picking up tomorrow? Yeah, we use those to make curved screens. Very easy to do. I did tutorials showing you how to make a curved screen. Very easy to do. And we did it with 1 projector. We had to use a lens to do it, a special lens to do it. And the lens is not even for a projector, it's for a camera. It's called a fisheye lens. So it's a fisheye lens on 720p using our technology, our gray screen paint. That's my gray screen paint. It's one of the advanced versions. So Crystal Edge Technology Screens had a gray screen paint that we developed for it. And that was it right there. On a 720p projector. Now as we're having this nice conversation, we got another demonstration of doing a new screen paint. I'm working on this. So that right there is an invisible Apex gamer. There's an invisible version. Every screen paint we develop has invisible parts to it. So what would happen if we painted the invisible gamer to a sheet of metal? Now we already did one side of it. That's the actual side. It's not front and rear. This one is front and rear. And then what would happen if we painted it to a box? Like what would be the reaction? The reaction to the box, not good, because the stuff is transparent. If you paint it to a box. See how it's transparent, it pushes through? And that's what happens when you paint it on a surface that has not print to a piece of metal. So, next video, we're going to see how that turned out. We'll use a projector, and we'll have some fun with it. So as we're sitting here talking about that, I was working on something else already. At least I now can go back in my archives and check and see how that looked. That's going to look amazing. Put it up here, and then get our Christie projector in here to basically then shift it in. and then we'll build another one over there. So can we screw this to the wall? Yeah, we got permission to screw to the wall, but I don't want large screws in there. I got something called micro screws, long micro screws. They're thin and they leave like a pinhole into the wall, which means you can easily cover it up with no problem. And they're sturdy. They'll hang that thing up because there's no weight to it whatsoever. So that way I can hang my screens up and be done. Oh, you're going over here. All right, people. Let me come back in the next video. Let me set up for this. I want to see what this thing's going to look like on metal. Curious what that's going to look like. So I'll be back in. Gotta go, and God bless. As I said before, reason why we come out cheaper with our product, again, because our product is tested. We test against certified. Our screens are fully weatherproof, and I can't express this enough to people who make screen paints and you make claims that your product is weatherproof. Your screen has to have to sit outside for 1 year before you can actually say that. To show that it can take that kind of abuse. Or basically, if you don't have 1 year to spare, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to ball this up into some, tape it up, and you're going to have to sink it in some water and freeze into a block of ice. And pull that thing apart on camera, live stream, so people can see if your screen's going to crack or peel. You're going to do it in the snow and the rain. I've got dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on this, showing that the paint is not going to deteriorate, drip, or anything can go wrong. And one of the things you should ask them too, if they call themselves saying at the end of the day that they know about outdoor screens, ask them what happens if you take a fixed frame screen outside. Because only people who've done that test know what happens. You can't take a fixed frame screen. There's a reason why. Well, you can, but there's something that has to be done before you do it. Ask them that question. They can't answer the question, then it's time to go elsewhere. All right, let me get this up ready for you guys to go, and God bless.